Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan State.
Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Complete in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing the Plaxico.
Going for it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit there.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mind.
Reels it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did they finish quickly. A 94-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there.
And more yards after contact. Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
First down here for the offense. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win. And boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan
got a lot of running room. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's running free down the middle. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Spartans. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing with that.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's just make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Line getting set on second down. On the option. Now the toss. Can't get him to the ground. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he was hard to bring down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
With jet sweep pass. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Walters. He looks that one in nicely. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this thing.
Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. From the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Smarty. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Smashes through. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, but I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw if guys are open vertically.
Oh, look out, there he goes! And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And he's now over 150 yards on the ground, and days like this can put you up with those legendary Michigan runners.
And that's why you come to Michigan. You know you're going to get fed. You are going to be a back that gets the football, that chews up yards, that always has a lot of success and gets a ton of carries.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Complete downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
A shot toward the end zone, and he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to throw. Intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick with that offensive. touch, and they'll have it at the 43.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football, made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Scanning the field, it's Walters. Escapes trouble. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up for the PAT. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be...
Fires and picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got loose, it was all over. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And the pummeling has started.
21 in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He makes the connection. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This is not a guy that you can just keep your left eye on. He will go off and torch you like an Andre Rison.
Yeah, you definitely have to make sure you know where he's at. He's having a day. He's doing whatever he wants to do. So defensively, I make Michigan State beat me with somebody else.
Throwing right. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
And they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time.
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 30. The 10. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. And how easy was that for this offense? Tight end just wide open on the outside.
Yeah, and Reese, one thing, I know this defense is concerned with all the speed offensively they've got at the wideout position, but you can't forget about the tight end. There's no way that guy should be that wide open on the perimeter of the field.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 55, Michigan State 21.
The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out. Oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. Looking to take a shot. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. Have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Looking for a man. It's Walters. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants it all. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
He's got it. Touchdown, Michigan. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
Michigan State 21.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Spartans in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield.
Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll take another shot here. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Gonna take a shot. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He lets one fly deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch on the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Bowls his way forward. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Back to pass, it's Walters. He's right on target. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game.
Trying to beat the D deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he's thrown another interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking downfield, it's Walters. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Looking left. Holds it in. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Daniels. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He caught it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan State, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points.
And he throws another interception. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And there's nothing more frustrating when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, the clock. Man, they put a good day together.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll bring it out. It's John. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.